Welcome, guys, to another episode of Off the Game podcast. Today we have Kali, Katelem, Simon, and myself, Joseph. You can't see the name of the jersey, but it's there. I was trashed the other weekend, but Katelem is going to make it up for me this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Always.
Must be nice.
It was bad.
Must be nice.
Well, let's leave our normal lives aside. We're here to talk football, and today we're covering, the Premier League, the Champions League, and everything we can find in between. We have a hot take for you.
Come on.
Today. Starting with Simon. No, really, you need it.
I'm Zen.
Zen.
I'm one with the universe.
You bottled the Premier League.
Good.
Well, yeah, so you guys are going to face an angry Brighton. How do you feel about it?
We are angry as now. That's what I have to say.
Okay.
But on a more serious note, I need Holding to be exiled from our
This
side.
guy are holding, man.
No, see, this is painful. Yeah. We had this, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Kivio.
We had Kivio. He is playing. They are playing Holding. The only thing he knows how to use hold shirts.
Hold it down.
He's a placeholder. Like, no, the mistakes were so ridiculous. Like lapses in defense. Okay, stick to your position. You have someone you're marking. Why are you going Why are you going to go and mark the ball? Don't be how you hold.
It should be like Rudiger.
Yeah, what's it concern? Man marking now. No, but let me be more positive because I'm now saying I'm one with the universe. I've been taking some kind of guru lessons.
Breathing exercises.
Yoga is good.
Meditations.
Meditation. So I feel like Brighton will come out with fire. They want to prove a point because they lost to Everton like second to the last on the table. But us in versus fantastic. So two of us were two eggs that are cracked. So
See, I like the fact that the internet is quiet. Arsenal fans are trying to console themselves with saying, City will drop points, or it's not their season, they've played so well. Initially, we're Arsenal to win the league. Who is City? Well, it's good. I like the fact you're doing the inner peace, Simeon.
You need
Very
it, bro.
great for you.
I'm becoming
For the 30th
Yeah,
game.
I think you're looking more fresh.
I
Yeah.
had to,
Yeah,
I should do like
exactly.
a man.
But for Arsenal this season, I'll just have to fault Arteta again because he repeated what he did last season, and that is where the issue is. One player got injured last season, and what happened? Arteta kept playing the same way and dropped points in 3 games straight. Crystal Palace, Saint, and the last team I forgot. But this season again, you lost the player Saliba, and what happened? You can't change your formation. You kept playing the same way. You are bringing in a Rob Holding. I will not blame Rob Holding. He's not match fit. Let's be honest. How many games have you played this season before him replacing Saliba? You have Benjamin White. He struggled at the beginning of the season, and now he's playing. You have Tomiyasu, who is out entirely. These are players that last season was the key player defensively for Arsenal. So it's not just about blaming Rob Holding that he doesn't know his job. That guy needs to play more games to get into fitness. And Arsenal don't have more games to give him to play. They are the business end of the season. They need him to hit the ground rolling, and it's just not working. What should Arteta do? Change your formation. Try it. Adapt it to it. Do something different. Maybe go with a back 3. Let's see what happens. But it's Arsenal that this same team they drop points against a Brighton side that just lost to Everton. I don't know what to expect, but I don't expect City to drop points at the end of the season. That is something I'm very confident about.
Speaking on adaptability, Katelem, how are we liking what Liverpool are doing with Trent Arnold? And how are you seeing the re-emergence of that squad? Like they found their energy and their mojo back.
First of all, I want to say that Liverpool is not making that top 4 because I know there's hope. I can sense the hope to my right.
I will be
But
there.
I am sure that Liverpool is not making top 4. At least not at Man U's expense. Maybe at Newcastle's expense. But the way Newcastle is even playing, Liverpool should just chill. But I like what they're doing. Like I was saying, they are a clutch team. They know when to come alive. The same thing that happened last season when City were passing them with like 14 points at some point. But they covered it little by little and they just kept winning and took it to the last day. So Liverpool, they're a clutch team. Their players know. They have pedigree players like Calister and a pedigree. They know what they are doing. They have players who have won Champions League. They won the league. James Milner, who has been a veteran since I was like 2 years old.
Still playing.
So they know what they're doing, and even with what you said about Trent, like, Trent was in the Liverpool academy. He was their captain as a midfielder, so he knows the midfield role. So obviously, when he made the emergence into the first team, he became a right back. But now he's getting more into his natural position. Even for England, a lot of people have been saying, forget him in that right back. You already have Kyle Walker, you have Rich James. Bring him to that middle, because England's midfield is not.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Declan Rice, Bellingham, but before then they were not really.
They double people to him and Declan
Yeah,
Rice.
so bring him in. So as a midfielder, he's really remedial. Well. Like Calister was saying, he's their major creative player. So I mean, I love what they're doing, but it's too late, bro.
Battle for top
too late.
And they can.
Newcastle,
City,
Liverpool.
Arsenal, Newcastle United. That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Now
I'm
Liverpool.
very sure Liverpool is not. So for Brighton, let them wait. Aston Villa can't even. If Aston Villa is not careful, they'll go back to second.
But they're facing Tottenham.
Europa Conference League.
But they're facing
They are
Tottenham.
facing Spurs. No,
Nah, but
Spurs. I think they just became a little bit serious. Because who did they win 1-0 this? Was Aston Villa they won?
No, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Yeah, they would. Ryan Mason is actually trying for them.
I think that was the best option that would have
he's actually
happened.
trying for them.
If you are going to let go of Thomas Tuchel, bring in Ryan Mason. But when I remember Ryan Mason, I remember when they fired Jose Mourinho a few days before a Carabao Cup final, and he just came in and took over the team. But right now, I feel that personally, these players want to end the season on a high. They know that being out of Europe entirely will not be good to them, especially with a player like Son, who still has his contract with Spurs, as well as some other Perisic that came in, Kulisevsky. No matter how you want to move, it's difficult when you still have a contract with them. But one thing is certain is consistency, and that's one thing you will not lack. Spurs has been within Europe consistently for the last 3 seasons. So I am sure that they should be able to push through. Liverpool, we are pushing Liverpool aside. They have Luis Diaz back. They have Jota. Jota scored 15 goals last season and he has been injured. Last season, they have a midfield where they were competing with City for the league. No, that's the point. The people that was the energy is Mane, Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah, Arnold, then Virgil van Dijk in defense, which was solid. But now Van Dijk struggled. Arnold struggled at the beginning. He's casted. So these one-on-one marking players have really understood it, and they really give it. It's very difficult for Van Dijk to mark a player. And now you have Mendy doing his own thing, and Konate, who is doing his own thing by himself. He just decided the day to score an own goal, he'll score for you. Then up front, their players are back. Nunes is now a player on the bench. I wonder how Klopp will buy a player for like 80 million, 90 million, and the player is coming off from the bench because you have some of your key players back, Luis Diaz and Jota. Wow, shocking. 2
things you just mentioned, which is consistency, and then buying a player which is very expensive and putting him on the bench. So buying a player, putting him on the bench, and they both relate to Man City, which I won't want us to enter. Man City has been consistent not all season, but at least since the World Cup. They've been winning. I think they won 13 out of 14 or so. Yeah, so really fantastic, right? And they also had Grealish last season. They bought 100. It's just now he's speaking form. Do you think Kali also continue with you? I want to hear what you said. Do you think they will change their formation, or he's going to play the same team against first half, win the game for me
against the Everton? He will have to change. The game he played against Real Madrid, no changes were made. So some of the players will be cast out. They need to recover, get themselves back 100% for that return leg at Etihad. It's going to be bloody, like it's going to be a massacre. Like so, you definitely expect changes, but that does not mean the performance will drop. The second bench of City, I look at the Real Madrid game. Mahrez was on the bench. One of their best players this season. Mahrez on the bench. Phil Foden, they have good players on the bench. So I really don't want to overemphasize on City, but it just shows that Everton will just have to pray for other teams to drop points, like Nottingham Forest, who have a very tough game. They play against a Chelsea team.
Your boys come.
I only. Let's go, come on, we are staying up, man. You needed to see me. I was on my toes all through that game, especially when it was 4-4. Before they canceled the goal, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Forest are about to box 3 points. But come on, Forest have a Chelsea team who I believe my boy again. When will score and Forest will get that massive 3 points. I believe they will stay up. But now, Everton good result against Brighton, but it's so sad that Alex will be and Everton will be facing City side at this time. It's just so bad.
No, but
So
nobody
bad.
will pick point around them. So
It's so bad.
Kati, please help me break down that Man City Madrid first leg, because I know second leg is coming up, and as a Madrid fan, I feel like it's
Bro, that
going to hard,
game.
but at least pump
Wait,
up for that first.
Anything can happen at Etienne.
Ma send you my guru.
No, just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
I need to breathe.
Keep it
Bro,
to
that
yourself.
game, I fell in love with football all over again. That game was everything I wanted it to be. I was telling you guys that the first half, City were on top, Madrid scored. The second half, Madrid were on top, City scored. You know, you see Vinicius towards the end of the game, he's doing rainbow flick against Kawok. The game gave me everything I wanted it to give. De Bruyne scored a long range, you know, as if him and Courtois, they have that long-standing beef with his babe.
Waiting
So
woman
he said,
no go
I have to shoot
touch
this ball inside, you understand? So
Waiting woman
I
no
was-
go
he has always scored Courtois.
That's true.
He has always scored Courtois. I don't know why he doesn't go to his face to go and celebrate, but that was talk finally. But
touch. It's too mature.
that game was everything we wanted it to be. That should have been the final. I don't know what AC Milan and Inter Milan. I know I'm wearing an Inter Milan shirt, but I don't know what they're doing in the semi-finals.
I feel that's the beauty of Champions League. It doesn't matter if you have.
There's
you are
no
not on
beauty
form
there.
in your league.
Milan is not serious, abeg.
It was about the draw. It was about the draw. It's not, they don't. Okay, let me not say we don't deserve to be there.
Yeah,
But it's the draw. See that we were talking about it in the 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
That side.
It's too
It was
easy.
too easy, man.
Napoli, Benfica.
Yeah,
too easy.
do you understand?
Man City,
Champions League
PSG.
has always been like that. Like check even
True,
the year
true,
that
true.
there was a year that I think Barca when it was it. So it's 2011 before they
Yeah,
met Man.
they played Madrid.
Yeah, but the other side.
But the other
Man
side,
played
yeah.
Some
Very,
shit.
very
Yeah,
sporty.
it's just
Yeah,
that
but that was a fantastic game. I
Wow.
think everybody
Must be
everybody loved it. You know, seeing Camavinga do what he did, seeing Vinicius do what he did, De Bruyne, you know, seeing Rudiger come with what do you call that football? Modern football.
Let me hug you. Let me hug you.
You guys play
Haram football, my brother. Terrorist
football.
football. So it was nice. We saw everything in that game. So it was a beautiful game.
Was a great game, not a game for striker. So in case you put those at bet and say Haaland to score, Benzema to score, so sorry, it's a
It was one
master
and
for the
one.
midfield.
Bringing
The,
hearts
the
into
wings
it.
as well, players that have pace. Now, this is what I enjoyed about this game. I look at both coaches. I look at pedigree. I use that word again. When I mean
Calister
pedigree, you
and
need to
pedigree.
go and in football, you need to go and
Let
you
me
need
pause
to
you
go and.
first before we continue. So in case you want to tag us on anything and tag Calister, you can tag
Pedigree.
hashtag pedigree.
Calipedi.
Pedigree.
Hashtag Arnold.
Calipedi. That's it.
Alright, so let's go.
Just the play. But on a serious note, these are two coaches that you see. You see laurels. You see, I'll not use the word pedigree again. You see laurels. You see respect. You see tactics.
You see pedigree.
Two coaches, Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, and that's just what played out. A lot of tempo. See, that game was so good that you just had to take the magic of Kevin De Bruyne. I wasn't expecting anything from Haaland. Even the Madrid fans said they were not scared of Haaland. The problem is Kevin De Bruyne. You don't know how to mark that player. It's like telling me that you want to mark Modric, except he doesn't want to play.
You can't.
It is when Modric don't look at that assist to Vinicius
You
Junior's
can't.
goal.
He's great.
Except
Anyone that
it's
he
not.
gave Camavinga,
See,
He took 3 players out with that one.
you don't even know what to do. If you have 2 players on him, you don't even know how he's going to. The ball will just leave his feet and get to the player he wants the ball to get to. That is just I'm so sad because next season now, in 2 seasons time, I'll not see Modric on my screen. Guess what I'll be seeing? A Gibraltar footballer,
Who?
Calvin Phillips and co.
Hey.
All this stressing my
Talking
life.
about footballers that are great, and I think the future of football is in great hands.
Oh, wow.
Wait now.
Okay.
Just
I don't
move on from
I
that.
don't talk
Without
about
pedigree.
I don't talk about Modric and Toni Kroos and say Kevin De Bruyne. You're telling me.
Okay, hold on now. All right. See now, so we are having this new crop, 22, 23-year-olds here. Haaland, Mbappe. Is it time to put Bellingham? Still has more time to grow. Is it time to put Vinicius with his performances in that bracket and say he's the top class?
Like I was saying, man.
You have been saying things today.
I've been saying a lot of things, man.
Preach, my brother.
Vinicius, for me, right now, Haaland is obviously the best. Haaland and Mbappe are obviously the best players, but in terms of form and in terms of influence on the game, you know, like Calister was saying, that game, the Madrid City game, was not a game for the strikers. And I get that. Now the influence that Vinicius has, and that's the thing about Vinicius. In easy games, he's there. In hard games, he's there. He's always showing up. He wasn't always like that. But I feel like because he had Ronaldo's shoes to feel he matured.
He was a bad player at the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. So he had those dribbles, but he never had end product. Yeah. Now Vinicius is coming with goals, coming with assists, and he's still coming with the dribbles.
But I have to credit Benzema for that maturity.
Oh yeah, of course.
Benzema really, you watch it. Yeah. Benzema took him under his wing.
Yeah.
I don't create space for you to flourish at that wing.
Before you even
continue, I can go different places. Yeah.
You remember when there was a game where in the dressing room they caught Benzema saying, "Oh, don't pass the ball to Vini."
Yeah, he's playing against on his mother's life.
Yeah, on his mother's life, it was that bad.
Yeah.
Based on what you're saying, he didn't have finishing, he didn't have production.
It's great that Vinicius Junior is receiving all the praises he deserves right now because they're really putting a shift in. As you said, terrible at some point. His end product, not just his end product, it was at some point useless to the team, was not adding anything positive to the team. Now, the only issue I have with Vini is not consistent. I love the hype. I need to see
Vinicius.
I need to see consistency now.
Oh, no, Vinicius is consistent.
No,
because for like 3 seasons.
Do you understand
now.
the which 3 seasons?
Yes.
No.
This season is like
last season he was top 5 in Ballon d'Or now.
No,
yes.
I can vote Vinicius in Ballon.
No. Vinicius last season was come on now.
Last season, he performed.
I'm talking about
last season.
Yes, that's true.
He was after Benzema. He's the top goal scorer and assist.
When I mean consistency, I'm not talking game after game.
I'm talking of years.
In years.
He's 32 now. What do you want from the boy?
Let me see him in 3 years. Like Osimhen, why I will beat my chest and talk about Osimhen any given day? He has been in the Serie A in 3 seasons, and he has given you double figures even while he was out injured. The first season he came. No, I'm telling you, that's why I will confidently beat myself and say he has been consistent in the last 3 seasons, irrespective of injury. Vinicius has been consistent for a season together. No. I would do at the beginning of last season. Was it consistent? At the beginning of last season. At the beginning of last season, no, it was the second half of the season.
But he ended up with those double figures.
You're not getting
and it's not even about the double figures. The influence Vinicius has on the game.
No, at the beginning of a season, Katelem, yes or no, was Vinicius influential to the team?
Last season?
Yes.
I can't remember that. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. But I know when he mattered, he was there. And that's what
Hello, that's not what. Now you are getting me.
Haaland went from.
It's consistency.
He was in Bundesliga. He was in this place. Scoring.
He's a good player. He needs to be doing for long.
Yeah, that's why even now, like me now, Arsenal cannot see Saka has reached that level because he has not shown me in the full season consistently for.
Vinicius has 2 seasons. That's why
he has not had 2 seasons.
He has had 2 seasons.
Wow.
He has had 1.5.
It's 1.5.
Come on, someone that's Ballon d'Or this thing.
Yes,
will you have half season and be there?
Let me ask this.
Ask Giorgio, Ballon d'Or.
No, but he bought that season. Let's not take that away from Jorginho. He bought that season.
Okay, let me throw another player into the hat. A player that was missing from the Milan derby. Rafael Leao.
My guy, my baby.
That guy
he showed that in a toothless Milan team, he's the best player outright.
Stand out. He's the best player. Stand out.
You are wearing Inter's jersey. Give us the lowdown. I'll come back to you again.
Although City would chew them in the final.
I just pray they get there.
But yeah, Leao is a fantastic. One of my friends was telling me he would actually pick Leao over our man. That name. Kvaratskhelia. And he pick him over Kvaratskhelia. And I actually see where he's coming from because in terms of the numbers, Kvara has more this season, but Leao is like Vinicius. That influence on the team. See how I think, like you were saying, the last 3 games that he didn't play for Milan, they lost. And he's actually the connecting factor in that team because he's the one that supplies Giroud.
The most carries.
He also scores. He also see the goal he scored. Giroud scored against Napoli. He took it from his defense. He was just trolling, and that's what he is. The connector.
He's not a midfielder, but
he's not. The ball. Do you understand? And he has this confidence when he moves the ball. It's like Bellingham when he's moving. He just moves you so much. If you look at the video, he's always smiling. Yes, very nimble.
He harnesses the chaos around the field.
Yeah,
and then he just plays through it very effortlessly. Do you get?
It's like a throwback to Ronaldinho.
It's great for Leao. I remember the World Cup when Portugal lost. Anytime they lose and he's coming out from the dressing room, he's the only player that's smiling. And we do exchange 1 or 2 conversations. He's a great guy. And on the field of play, it's good that AC Milan are talking to him about a contract close to signing.
He has signed it.
He has signed it. Great stuff for me. That was a steal because I feel a lot of clubs were on his radar. They needed to sign Liao, and staying back was huge for him. But just look at the last 2 seasons ago, he was struggling. Yeah. In fact, if you look at how he left his club, what God cannot do does not exist.
NYSCPD.
Yeah, but I think I don't know about him even staying in Milan. I don't know where he would go.
Let him get his stripes.
Let
him get his stripes.
Yeah, that's true.
But because that's the thing about young players, man. Sometimes I feel they leave too early. They leave their clubs too early. Like Osimhen now, I feel okay. He might want to leave. I feel just 1 more season.
4 seasons in Serie A, up and now. Na father league.
1 more season in Napoli.
No, he has stayed 3 seasons already. He's okay. He's in his father's league.
That's true. No, he has right. Like me, I expect him to leave. I want our appreciate to.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, if not, he can stay maybe 1 more season.
Just to get the accolades, like, oh, you have won the league, just stay 1 more season.
Because Napoli are not serious. Apart from Osimhen, apart from Carver, who else? Just look at their defense. Look at you.
Kim. Yes, Kim. Kim is very good.
To be honest, I will never advise Osimhen to stay back at Napoli, especially after they win this league, because the next season will be horrible. He has tried.
Because their owner is the king of selling. He has holding down players too, because if he doesn't want to sell, he can hold. See what he did to Koulibaly.
Alright.
He can hold you all your prime.
That's fair. It's true.
Like, that's what he did to Koulibaly. Right. He did to Mendes too now. He has gone to a lot of his
big players. Just so okay, looking at where everybody is at the Champions League now, right? Where you have 1 English team, 1 Spanish team, and 2 Italian teams. Yeah. How would you rate the top leagues? Okay, so you know how Champions League works now. Basically, your performance in the last 5 years is what determines whether you guys get an extra spot or not. With them having 2 teams in the Champions League semi-final, the Italian Serie A can be said to have, they've gone up. They've gone up in the league.
Yeah, they have.
They're performing.
They have, and if you look at the Italian league, it's actually quite competitive now because the top 4 spot is chaos. There are like 7 teams trying to get into
Napoli. That give them gap.
Excluding Napoli. Yes, let's leave Napoli on the side. There's the congestion. Yes.
Don't look at the PR because English Premier League has huge PR. Do you get? So, who do you say has quality? Just give me like a very short answer. Or you think who has the more quality in the leagues? Which league do you think is better?
Should we talk about
Italian and
the money that you generate from leagues? Because now, if you talk about which league is better, people put more money on what they feel. In what is better. And please, EPL is number 1.
It's Spanish and Italian.
See, it is Spanish and
Italian. Yeah,
Spanish.
Spanish second to me.
See, I don't like watching the Spanish La Liga for one reason. The commentary is bad.
Guy can put you to sleep.
It's terrible.
That means it's the media that makes the league better.
It's not really.
Try French league.
See,
that one is not even a league. Bro, French league is even sponsored by. Let me not even call the name, bro.
Are you giving them free sponsor? You pay.
Come on, how can you be a serious league and be sponsored by?
See, my problem with Syria is that they are allowing Juventus to come back. That's 15 points.
They gave them back.
Politics.
I need to induct that
Politics.
Class B brick.
Even Spanish La Liga, there's politics being played by big clubs. Barcelona.
No, but this one is too big now. You first did one. Now just give them back.
Then why will you talk about Barcelona's issues?
With the referees, yeah?
Not even with the referee, before the referee issues.
The finance one.
See, a lot. It's a big team. It's a big team.
When you're big and you try up there. So, before we wrap up the episode, I have a game. If you win, well, our producer AGK is going to carry you to Hans and Renee.
Come on!
Wow, what's up?
Give it up, EDK. Come on!
Big time producer.
Hans and Renee is not cheap.
Please, and secondly, let's sleep at UT for a night.
It's Michael. So more visuals will carry us to Transcorp.
Come on!
Let's do this, baby.
Yeah, that's your one you get if you
Please
win.
help me. You know I'm your G.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so now it's just I'll throw the question out. Whoever gets it first, you have 15 seconds. First person with the most points. I have 7 questions. Most points. I'm doing it like NBA style. So most points, you get it. All right. First name. I'm not going to call the name, obviously. The player played for Red Bull Salzburg, Southampton, Liverpool, Bayern.
Money.
Thank you.
Very fast.
1. So it's fastest fingers, quickest lips.
Me, my brain really slow.
All right, so the next one we have is wait now. Genk, Chelsea, Wolfsburg, Man City.
De Bruyne.
Hot.
Come on.
Alright, 2-2.
We'll go there together, right?
Come on.
Alright, this is a bit tricky.
Alpha guy, good Bible boss.
Alright, now we have Dynamo Kiev, Milan, and Chelsea.
Nah. Tomorrow. I don't know.
Dynamo Kiev, Milan.
He's currently at Chelsea.
No, he retired at Chelsea. Let me give you his.
No, that was me. No, come on.
Give Kali a beg.
You see that final point I asked?
It was important.
It was important. But that was anyway. Let's
I don't cast.
So 2-1 out of 3. Simon, try.
What you put at the end of the question is if the
I
person
blame.
still
Yes,
plays.
I'll
I
put it
blame
for you.
Arteta for this. My brain is fried.
All right. This one I'll put at the beginning. He's retired.
Okay.
He played Bordeaux, Juventus, Real Madrid. In that sequence, Bordeaux.
Zidane.
Sir!
No. I have to stand up.
Bless you, I know a chat for house. So you watch up this
I
producer.
See, go back to our explainer video. at the beginning. I said my brain is hot.
I'm going to.
This is him.
He is him.
He is him.
Because you saw this question.
I can't do that.
All right.
In a
Haaland, you know. All right, so you're 3-1 now, but
Yes,
3-1-0.
Hey, please don't call 0.
3-1 dash.
You just gave me.
All right. So the last one, someone try.
Is he retired?
No, he's
I know
playing.
it, but to say it, but I
He's
say my
playing.
brain is fried.
But I'm not going to give you his present club, but he's playing.
All right.
Sporting, Man United, Real Madrid, Juventus.
Ronaldo.
I was about to say this nigga. Stop now.
See, it's too fast.
Yeah, I was about, see, as I did like this, as I said, as I heard sporting,
All right, so 3-1-1.
3-1.
I don't understand.
No,
What just happened?
I feel like he just dashed me points.
Thank
you, brother.
I love you, brother.
Yeah.
Let's just give
You
him.
didn't
Let's
say
just give
anything.
him.
Kali,
He does
fit
it
in.
like this.
No, if you're giving that is me, you do it.
Yeah,
in fact,
Kali,
I don't care.
Tiebreaker.
I'm
Tiebreaker.
not eating it.
Well,
Last goal
see,
wins. Last goal wins.
Golden point.
All right,
Golden.
He's
All right.
retired.
He's retired. That's first
I
one.
mean, person see this guy mouth.
He's retired. He
Who's not?
played Liverpool, Madrid, Newcastle, Man United.
Liverpool, Madrid.
Newcastle, Man United.
Owen.
Makelu.
Kai.
No,
guys, clap for him.
That was true.
I am sure you licked the questions. You are correct.
Come on, one game like this. You see, guys, come on. This is what we do.
Yes. The dictionary is a legend for a reason.
Come on, legend.
We have a human computer here that memorizes everything.
Say no more.
We have someone that lives
Guys,
on
you have
vibes.
now focus.
See, Arsenal has broken my heart too many times. That's why I'm finding inner peace.
Guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was brilliant.
Oh my god.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the energy and all the efforts. Katelem, if I really sign you, Nigeria team they miss.
No, like I said,
Oh,
man,
God.
like
But front office still there for you.
Yeah, I beg.
So I should
Katelem.
be in that squad.
Right.
They know I should be in
I
outside.
get wait now. I get
Well,
exams. I
yeah.
get exams soon. You sabi
That's
memorize things.
That's what we
now.
do on the pitch.
You sabi memorize things. I get exams. You know. I swear.
Thank you guys for tuning in today. It was a lovely episode. And as usual, catch up all our content on our social media pages at Off the Game Pod. So we're on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. And then for your listening pleasure, actually, you can hit us up on YouTube, on Spotify, anywhere you get your streaming content from. You get. Do have a nice time. And again, thank you very much. Peace,
Let's go,
guys.
off the game.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Off the game.